Hey everybody, welcome back. Super Auto Pet's been having some good games. I mean, like, right? Stats are disabled. I forgot about that part. Is my chair in a weird spot? Is my camera in a weird spot? That feels better. I like it, even if I'm not centered in real life, I like to be centered in the frame. Happy New Year, everybody. We're going to move over to Pay to Win. It's January 1st today. Let's get things started on the right foot. I like an ant. It's not bad. It's not a bad shop. We're looking for honey next. I mean, there's so many options here. I mean, an insolent submarine is the exact plot to the hunt for Red October. Obviously, naughty buttocks, naughty heads, but I kind of like the barbaric buttocks. You know, it's like what it did to that toilet was so heinous that it can only be described appropriately via alliteration. All right, so that's a pretty comfortable first round. This is a pretty comfortable second round, I would have to imagine, with a very bullish shop. Pun intended if we had like an ox or something. I mean, I know an ox is not a bull, right? But they're all part of the bovine family, kind of, maybe? We did it. You got cows and bulls are the same species, or at least the same genus. Domain, kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus. But yeah, I think they're the same genus. That's what a 4-year undergraduate degree in biology gets you. You know the taxonomical order of operations. What about a yak? Is a yak a cow? It's just kind of like a hairy cow, right? Well, I think we got to start here. I love it. This is a super food meta, if we want it to be. I think we're gonna accept our four squad role in life. I do not mind, honestly. I do not mind anything about this. I will say we might be at a greater chance to lose this round, but I think we've got a very nice line for the future, for sure. And I'll also say we are not going to lose this round. We're going to win this round. We're looking great so far. You really can't say anything except that it's mostly the power of the shop. I don't think there's any doubt there. I'm going to do it like this. You guys might as well take the buff. Do we want to... actually, this doesn't really... Maybe it gave us an extra round of good stats. We can fit 2 more animals. We would like... I think the swan and the ladybug are most deserving of upgrades right now, because they're the most likely to stick around long term. The fish and the rabbit, probably the fish first is the next to go. Obviously, the swan's stats are not that impressive, but the swan's value does not lie in its mere statistics. We're gonna still win this one. Wasn't even really that bad. Now, the next thing we'd want to see, in all honesty, is a secondary food enabler. By which I mean a worm, or a seal, or a tabby cat, maybe, maybe not. Something that can play off of the rabbit here. So we know we want our swan to stick around for a bit. None of these, I mean, technically, you know what, let's do it. Sell your fish. Replace a 4-5 with a 5-5 that has garlic already on it. Roll once. We're looking for food that would be useful. I know I said tabby cat. I'm going to be honest. I never should have said it because I was basically lying. I don't think the tabby cat is what we're looking for. We'll make sure something that's not the hatching chick is getting some HP. We're really looking for a worm or a seal to continue our momentum, or an easy avenue for us to pivot out of food and into another kind of potential archetype. Right now, everything's going very well, as you can probably see for yourself. Certainly not sweating it. Definitely like that. I'll be honest, if you're staying for now, we might as well give you a little garlic and a little buff alongside it. I'll up my swan a little bit. I don't think we care about our hatching chick. I think a salad is well worth it. That's a level 3, and it's going to come on an odd number. All we need now is like... A way to get some damage scaling would hit the spot. That's about it. And I'm not sweating it. Oh, hold on, though. Hold on, though. Our first loss. camel with a parrot behind it. The Chib special. You gotta respect it. Give me one of these. An eagle. You know what? If there were ever a time for this, let's try it. Sell me, buy me, pill me for an early level 6. We want that T-Rex. An octopus. Octopus, I mean, we gotta say some positives right off the bat. Its stats are kind of killer. You know what? I think we might want a turtle involved for our ladybug at this point. And why don't we rework this, just in case we run into like a super hippo? I mean, dude, honestly, we could actually pivot this run. I'm one of history's great pivoters, I think, in Super Auto Pets. I may not have the best analytical brain, but it comes from many parties in college, I think, where you would just realize this party's past its best before date. Nothing good can happen from this point onwards. I'm out of here. That's the same way I feel in this game. Things start to stall out a little bit. I'm like, it's time for us to get this arbitrage and leave, okay? So I think maybe it's time for us to say goodbye to the tropical fish. And then everyone just relax for a second. We're going to override all of our equipment, which is not smart. And we have nothing that really attacks well, which is also not smart. But I think that in and of itself is a bit of an upgrade. The only question is this microbe worthy? Let's try. And this might not be the way we want to do it long term, but this is the way we're going to do it for now. I could pill you, but then it's not the play. I think we got to buff you. We do have a level 3. Do you think a bison would hit here? I think the answer is yes. I think, honestly, our octopus, I'm only clinging to it because of what I spent to get it. So I think that the time has come to try it this way. At least we have like a scaling backup plan built in now. We're already in the Uber on the way home now. Great melon. Still, all of this has worked according to plan thus far, and there you go. That's not surprising. Badger is pretty strong. But we were right in there, man. I would love a level 2 swan. I would love to make our turtle get to level 2 itself. Absolutely. Already I'm feeling fantastic about that. And I think we would just call it like we see it right there. I think the microbe has to go in the front spot. And it's not gonna, blow the doors off. Nobody's gonna be like it's the smartest. And the turkey actually countered us nicely, to be honest. But nobody's gonna be like it's the smartest play you've ever seen, because obviously you're overwriting a lot of like your own equipment. But I think you might not hear this in the scientific literature, but I think the quote-unquote surprise factor is actually a fairly major part of the equation here. You don't want one of their animals to go nutty, kill your whole squad, and then put you in a rough spot for the remainder of the game. You know what I mean? Holy cow. Holy cow. What? Even with the weakness? Alright, that's painful, man. That's painful. And yet, can I tell you, I still believe here. I'm really trying to get a level 3 bison would hit the spot. You know what, Swan? You've served a valuable purpose. We'll look to replace your spot with something that's immediately useful for 1 round. A T-Rex long term is the play. Short term, nothing really applies here. Unless maybe we get insanely lucky with this. And this is a gamble. That this rhino is somehow just gonna wipe out like a white weenie team or something. It did not work out that way. But hold on. I'm feeling okay. Although... Oh, it's only a level 1. Thank God. Okay. Now you throw in a... Oh my God, I almost sold it. Now you throw in a T-Rex. I know we had them last time. I'm glad we got them again. Because I'm looking for stakes to put on microbe. Not on turtle. We're trying to get... Oh, but we can't buy anything because we have our T-Rex. Okay, fair enough. We could take a turtle to level 3. It's meaningful. Although I would like a T-Rex to level 2 first, probably. This should be interesting. We're right on the cusp of greatness. If you can only buy 2 things, I think we do this. Roll 1 time, looking for T-Rex or chocolate. We got neither. Let's buy a turtle, basically banking it for next turn. We're still in this. We're in it for the long haul. The T-Rex was a little late. Imagine if we got a T-Rex instead of an octopus, though, in that one circumstance. Oh, man. There we go. There we go. We're up to 8 wins. New year, new me. Not giving up. Chocolate, turtle, or T-Rex? Nothing. Well, how about that? Well, we'll just keep it right there then. This one, you know, is in Team Wood Games' hands right now. I was just going to say, I expect to see a lot more like 50-50s coming up. And I don't mean a 50% chance of success and a 50% chance of failure. All right, I mean, look, it's a sad world where 8 wins is like a disappointment. I'm content with that. And honestly, like, I'm content with this. We'll be the, nasty mouths. How about that? There's something to be said, you know, if we'd committed to our food build, maybe if we hadn't chosen to dip when we dipped, we could have kept it going. Peace and quiet, aptly named, based on the sound and fury of your squad. Just kidding, not trying to be toxic or anything. Yeah, why don't you take one of those? That's actually... This is going to turn you into kind of like a challenge beast here on the second, well, the third round, I think. Okay, spicy. Okay, it's a little spicy, but you know what? This is why I brought a bee of my own for this exact situation. My favorite Tom Hanks movie, A Bee of Their Own. Guess it's kind of messed up to insinuate A League of Their Own is a Tom Hanks movie, given that it's about... you know, the all-women baseball league. I apologize. I didn't know the error of my ways. I still like a bat over a mosquito, for sure. The real beauty in it is trying to override the equipment of, like, the most valuable unit on the other side. We're chilling, man. Look at this. Look at the power of the bee. All right, so we're just sticking with it for now. Sell the mosquito. Pill the ants. Honestly, if we're going to do it like this, we might as well feed you. That way the bat becomes a little stronger when it comes out. Quite a lot stronger, honestly. We could try some Bacta tank, but I think we need something that hits a little harder. And I don't think we're going to get that, to be honest. Although, again, man, if we kept something frozen in a shop and kept feeding this beetle, it would get tankier and tankier. It's an interesting thing to think about. You know what? Just toss that out there for now. Our squad sucks. But it could... I mean, we got 3 wins in 3 matches, but, like, we have 1 good unit and then a bunch of stuff that just happens to exist. So, I am a little... And this one is not going to make it. Actually, if old weakness would have put us on a draw there. So, basically, we only got inhibited by the patch. Copium? Little copium involved, perhaps? Perhaps you don't need a bee anymore. Perhaps the new setup... Hey, check this out, okay? We feed you some garlic. Then we feed you an apple. And all of a sudden, our 5/5 owl is now a 5/7 owl. And is actually kind of like an antidote to what we were complaining about earlier, which was not having a team that has any attack power associated with it. Now we're actually looking kind of okay. But we are building, you know, the hopes and dreams of our squad around Beetle, which is not typically the strongest unit in the game. It's maybe in the lower half of tier 1s, but okay, this is good enough at least. I don't think we're doing bison strats here. You know what I like though, and it's a little crazy. You know, I'm going to freeze you, and we're going to go insane. We're going to sell the bat, even though it pains me to do so. We're going to buy a dromedary, so you're already going to get 1-1 every turn. It's not much. We're going to keep the whole shop frozen. Yes, maybe not this. I tried to click it too many times. But definitely targeted foods. You're going to get 1-1 every turn, so you're kind of scaling while we wait for the a level 3 to come up, if it's ever going to come up. But also, every time we feed our beetle, you'll get 2 extra HP. So it's almost like a little double back-to-tank strategy. And I'm going to go insane. I'm going to feed you. I'm going to feed you. And then I'm going to sell the rabbit, even though the... No, I'm sorry, I'm going to sell the fish. Come on. We're going to put a 3-9 dromedary out there, which is already kind of sick. We're going to save targeted foods. That's fine by me. We got lots of HP to work with. This strategy might be horrible, but we have lots of HP to work with. While we wait for our level 3, the bison is just hanging out in the so-called back-to-tank, as aptly named after the Empire Strikes Back. Here's a strategy that came to be on Twitch and Twitch alone. So why don't you feed me? And then feed me. And then we'll level up. I mean, like, straight up, this would probably be good, but it's not a back-to strategy. And there you go. There's another bison. Hold on. I don't know, dude. At this point, I don't like that half of our shop is frozen, but you could put your 6-6 bison out there, but keep the other one scaling so that at any given moment when things get tough, you could just pop it out there and you know, get like a go Super Saiyan. But I'm not sweating the 3-9 dromedary here. Like, does that win 7? Oh my god. And we haven't even started yet, like... Okay, roll me. Nah. Honestly, we should, but I mean, I'm just... This is... I don't know, maybe it's gone too far. Freeze me. We can take you up a level. Too much of the shop is frozen. I'll acknowledge that. But we do have an 11-23 bison. Just chilling there. I was just going to say we have also not been humbled for a while, but now it has happened. But I don't know if that's cause for alarm, necessarily. Like, I don't think we should pull this guy out of the back-to-tank until the most relevant time of all. Okay. I'm going to say unfreeze this owl. You're not going to have very much time to scale. You're going to get combined. At this point, we don't need you. So we actually could... We're not going to have any money to work with. Okay, so the dragon, I think, is a situation we only buy the dragon if we win this round. Because otherwise, we're going to be too close to lethality. We're going to lose this round. Like, the scaling on this team is out of control. Okay, so we're not going to buy the dragon because we don't have the time, the finances to make it work. Which is actually okay. What we are going to do... is complicated. We're going to definitely... I mean, at this... If I'm being straight up with you, we have a level 3. We got 2 bisons that are halfway there. We shouldn't add 1-1 to one of them. We should sell it. We should have sold 2 dromedaries. Would have been better financially. But we're going to roll this instead. It's a little strange. I think we're looking for much more important foods. That's a big one. I should have tried to fit a scorpion in somewhere. I don't know what we're going to do with this. We don't really want a level 2 bison if this is the squad we're going to roll, but... the only thing I'm worried about is probably obvious. We got too much HP and not enough attack. We're done. And that's so sad, because this was like one of the most creative runs I've ever done. But you know what? It got 7. I'm not convinced that back to... can ever work, but I'm also not convinced you're never going to see me roll it again. Now we can tell you what the heck is Bacta. You know, it's like when... hot soup. You know, in The Empire Strikes Back, when Luke Skywalker he's trying to find Han Solo, he gets stuck in the Wampa cave, and then you know the Wampa almost kills him, and they gotta sleep inside of the Bantha. Bantha? That sounds right to me. I'm not like necessarily a Star Wars guy. I've just seen the movie, I don't know, like 9 times. That happens sometimes. I'm not debating you. Anyway, when they take him back to the Hoth rebel base, they got to stick him in that weird little tank where he floats around. That's the Bacta tank. That's what the dromedaries do. They keep something frozen in the Bacta tank until it's strong enough to come out of its own volition or on its own volition. Okay, give me one of these. One of these. I'm not gonna pill you. Give me. The ant doesn't need it. We should actually do it like this. Now, I don't think this is a great setup from the perspective of combat, but from the perspective of like an order of operations, I think it makes sense. For now, we want the bee at the back. So true. I mean, this looks like it's going to be fine to me. If by fine you mean drawing, just barely, then sure. I will still take this, and I'm just going to own this. I'm definitely pilling you. That's very, very nice. You're going to want to have garlic at some point. I'm going to give you this for now. Now, I'll freeze a snail, because, you know, deep down, I have some cowardice. I embody some cowardliness. I'm going to pill you next turn, which is not the best, like, most efficient use of our monetary resources, but we get the buff this turn, which is whatever. Part of the real meat and potatoes of this, in my estimation, though, is that we also get the egg fart. What the heck? We also get the buff on the ladybug for the next turn, which I think is well worth it, you know? So we spend a little bit of gold, and we get a disproportionately positive benefit IMO. I'm going to keep you frozen again. I'm crazy like that. Don't you know I'm low-key? You need to be replaced with a unit that can do something. Like, I'll trade a 2-3 with no upside for a 1-2 any day of the week. A 1-2 with good upside. And, you know, kind of similarly, you give 2-2. So I'll buy you this turn, I'll sell you next turn, and you're a pair. How does that sound? Now, I don't know. I think at some point we're probably going to want to give you garlic. So let's freeze that for now. Really, you don't want to be in a situation where your strongest unit is a swan. This is a problem. How'd you get a rooster that strong that early? And how does it feel that it didn't matter? That's the real question. That's the one that'll keep you up at night. If you buff the bat, so be it. That's good. I'll take it. I like it. I don't think we're looking to pill a turtle. So let's not take it now. I don't want to override any of this equipment for now. Now, this gives us the flexibility to place our team like this now, which is nicer. I'll tell you, for a couple rounds, this tabby cat might actually give us the space to do better in the future. I know how it looks. The tabby cat is not necessarily a beloved animal in this game. We're going to say no to rabbit. We're going to say no to dromedary for now. But I think we stalled out on a couple of draws. Let's get some dubs. Great bat, by the way. Bat difference. Oh my god. What an incredible series of arithmetic. Trying to get in the habit of using the tabby cat, you know, when apropos. Nice little double buff. This is important. And you know what? This probably justifies... Sell? Bye-bye? Feed? I don't know, maybe. Because we have enough HP left, I actually feel like this is not that bad. You know, if we'd lost those games early... What the heck? Thank God. Thank God for this bat, man. Things you hear Commissioner Gordon say for $500? There's no odd numbers in Jeopardy. What? Well, outside of a daily double, which is controlled by the player's choice. Are we dumping you? In which case we should have fed you second, I guess. But we could run 2 of them, but I don't think that's sensible. You know, we love our bat. We like our swan. I know what I said. That's pretty sweet. And it's an odd number. Okay. You don't have to be there anymore either. You could be like, we could set it up like, no, you should be at the back. I don't, you know what? I think we could freeze meat just to make our squirrel a little bit more useful. Like, it being a 9-7. I can't believe that was so easy, but it being a 9-7 with the equivalent of meat is better than what's happening right now, I think. So, hold on. Hit me with this. Although can costs 2 now. Okay, hit me with this. Buy me. Sell me, but please allow me to say thank you for your service. You did some incredible work for us. Then feed the seal instead, who will distribute the love around a little bit. Freeze me, it'll cost 1 next turn. Sushi's like a pretty good freeze as well, in my opinion. So we're going to try to get this seal pumping, and we still got like quite a lot of space on this one to work with. You can tell this has been a Thinking Gamers episode, because we're at 26 minutes on our 3rd run. Normally, I'm like, I'm whipping them out. Buffalo, or bison. Obviously, I'm not thinking that hard. Okay, good feed. I would love this to hit the seal. Either way, it costs 1 gold. Let's go, dude. What a squad, okay? Another seal. That would be lovely. A tiger doesn't really work with anything. I don't really want to freeze any of these right now. 1 cost can is very tempting, don't get me wrong, but I think we can do better. A swan. I think we could talk about a 1 cost chili pepper going on our bat and then putting the bat at the front. With several weakness being applied every turn, there's something to like about that. Okay, hippo's not that scary. Dude, we're kind of popping. It's a bit of an unusual squad. We're in danger of the squirrel being like one of my most represented animals. It's a scary thought. Okay, so take 1 of these. Then I'm moving you to the front. Take 1 of these. Please hit the seal. Honestly, that was a pipe dream, but I dreamed a dream, and now that dream has gone from me. Anything that we can target is advantageous. I think I would probably just give you an apple, just because it also gives us the extra buffs. These are not worth freezing. Like, I don't think there's any real reason for any of these animals to have a 1-up. And meat, again, we're getting so close to steak territory, I'd rather just wait for the real thing. Okay, I don't know about the weakness on this one. I would say there might have been, like, the bat played a role in us not getting what we were looking for, but that's okay. So let's do this. Obviously, it costs 1 gold. Of course we're going to do it. It hit the seal. That's beautiful. Pizza is a good freeze, in my opinion. A pear might just be a good buy, quite frankly. Give you 1 of the... Oh, okay. Well, we'll freeze it instead. My mistake. A snail? Don't make me laugh. Don't make me laugh. If we lose this, we're on lethal. That's okay. Let's see some good bats. Wow, penguin. How clever. Penguin rabbit. Wow. Wow. Enjoy never getting a book deal, because your book would be called How to Run the Same Super Auto Pets Team That Everybody Runs. What's it like to have no vision? Do you have no courage? What's it like to win on that round? It would have been nice to know, quite frankly. Okay, we're feeding you. We're feeding you. We're freezing chocolate, which would honestly hit real nice on the bat. We don't really need it on the squirrel anymore. No 50s. No 50s. Turkey team? I don't know. I don't know. Turkey team? I was like, you don't spawn anything. You still got pretty close, which is a bad sign for us, but that's 8 wins. Okay. We're not going to pill anything. Come on. Bat needs to pop. Dude, honestly, what if you sold the squirrel and you ran tiger bat? I'm looking for something to make my decision for me. Hit the seal. Thank you. Hold on. Okay. You're going to laugh at me. Win this round. Sell the squirrel. Buy the tiger. Buy 2 chocolates for 1 each. It'll still work. Then you've got 5 potential weakness. Not guaranteed, but 5 potential weakness. This might be brazen, but it's just crazy enough to probably get blown out by this puppy right here. That's not even a puppy, man. That's a whole dog. Anyway, wow, double dragon. What is this, the 1980s? Get with the times, Grandpa. We're running squirrel meta now. Either way, I had a great time. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. That was a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. We had some clever runs there, and I'll see you next time. See ya.